Come on.
Insert cool catchphrase here.
Yeah, man. Insert cool greeting here. How's everybody doing? What's up, man? You good?
Yep.
All right, man. All right. Yo, did you see the Street Fighter trailer?
Yes, I did. That looks interesting. I got to admit,
Like I'm
because I mean, if you keep an open mind, because some liberties have been taken,
I mean, obviously, yeah. You know, but
but
as far as because I'm actually this is something I'm kind of looking forward to.
yeah,
And I hate to admit that because this is a video game movie. And typically with Street Fighter, um it doesn't translate too well into movies.
yeah, no,
Um
no, it is does not have a good track history.
no, I mean the one the one that
Dude,
came out on YouTube a few years ago, Assassin's
oh
Fist. Now that one was good.
yeah, like the fan made ones have been
The
so much
fan made ones would have been great. Those have been
better.
great.
But
But it's the
yeah,
ones
anything cinematic has been dog shit.
not so good. Not so good. Um Downright horrible. Uh the
like,
drizzling the
like
drizzling shits.
I am so sad that that was Raul Julia's like final performance.
That is
Like
true.
that is the best thing about the first one was that it was Raul Julia, and he basically wanted to do it because it was,
That was like
like
his
his
son's
son's favorite game
favorite
or
game.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like, God, that's a tearjerker moment, and this is a
And it's like
horrible movie.
it's a horrible movie, but it's like, "Ah, damn it.
All
I understand
American
why you
bat,
did it, but
all American
man."
badass, played by an Austrian
And,
or
like,
Australian,
I
whatever.
understand,
I can't ever remember what Jean Claude Van Damme
um,
is.
I think he is Austrian. Let's see. It help if I spell Van Damme right. There we go. Uh, born no, Belgium.
Belgium.
And if there was anybody that was so wrong for the part of Guile, it was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah,
But I get it, at the time in the 90s, he was the hottest thing in
yeah.
Hollywood because
Yeah.
of just he could do a splits. And for whatever reason, that made him qualified for every
That
movie that he was in.
that's your benchmark.
That's it. I could do a splits.
It was either
Okay.
him or it was either him or Steven Seagal, and Jean Claude Van Damme is blonde already.
Right?
So
I but yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. You know, you go with the one that has the muscles and the good looks and the pretty boy, and even though, he um talks i-
with an
in a
accent.
Belgian in a European accent, and he's supposed to be American, which doesn't make sense at all. Um
Nope. and then we just shoehorned we started out with like the Street Fighter 2 characters, and then we shoehorned in like the Street Fighter Alpha characters like Cammy and
right?
the American Indian guy,
DJ
and
and,
yeah,
um,
and we just like shoehorned them in at the very end.
it's like
And then, like, what was it? Zangief and E Honda like change sides or whatever.
right? It's like those 2 were like the Bebop and Rocksteady of that
Exactly.
movie, and it's like, "What? How did this come from? Where did this come from?"
Like, and
Oh
then we
my
tried to
god.
like do like an accurate Blanca, which applauds for trying to do an accurate Blanca, but
I give him
it just doesn't
they tried.
equate
Um,
to cinema.
however, uh, the the person that they got to play Blanca, I
Yeah,
don't know. It was
plu plus plus this is 90s,
it's the 90s, yeah, so,
CGI, and they had better
like, no,
CGI.
I
They
mean,
had better CGI on, like, the first Hulk movie,
well, see,
and I don't mean the Eric Bana Hulk movie, I mean, like, the Hulk movie from, like, the '60s,
true, true.
like Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like Spider-Man, um,
Yes.
like the Nicholas Hoult Spider-Man. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I get it, you know? And I would say this in the 90s, the Blanca there, is a little small, um, and a little bald. You know, Blanca is not he's supposed to be, very, um,
Supposed to have a
hairy.
mohawk. Yeah, he's
He's
supposed to have, like, a
and
bright
a lot
orange
of
mohawk.
I mean, not just a mohawk or just like a really bad, a really bad haircut. Um, I I will say, I wasn't sure about Jason Momoa as Blanca until I saw it and I said, "That is Blanca.
Yeah.
God damn it, that is it." And I'm actually looking forward to it. A little bit
Yeah.
looking forward to that one. And I almost hate myself for it because it has Eric Andre in it and Andrew Schultz. And I'm not sure how to process that emotionally. You know, I don't know if I should try to compartmentalize when I see it or try my best to kind of somehow figure out a way to mentally put the characters' faces on them so I won't have to, see that it's Eric
Right.
Andre or it's Andrew Schultz. But we're going to see.
Hold on. I know who Eric Andre is. This Andrew who?
Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz, basically, he's a
Oh.
red pill comedian.
Oh, okay.
Comedian
Oh,
in quotes.
yeah.
Yeah, he is a low life, but you know, he is in the movie. And I'm not sure how to feel about that.
I just saw another one too, and I didn't know this. I didn't know this. I didn't see him. I saw him, but I didn't notice it. I didn't notice 50 Cent was Balrog.
Uh-huh. 50 Cent as Balrog. Yep.
Oh,
the
the only well, and see Andrew Schultz being Dan Hibitsky. I don't know who that is. See, Balrog. See 50 Cent being Balrog. That's kind of redeemable because I see Balrog getting his ass beat, and if it's
Yeah, yeah.
by either 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 one that I can see possible, either by Guile, Akuma, or Blanca, I'm perfectly okay with it. I want one of those three to do it. I kind of want Guile to beat his ass. I want
I
Cody
mean,
Rhodes to beat 50 Cent.
and god damn it, man, if Cody Rhodes, if he does not look exactly like Guile, god damn it,
Oh,
man. God damn it, bro.
that hair is on point.
Now there are some castings that are just absolutely perfect, and that is the absolute perfect casting. Oh man. But yeah, man. That trailer came out and I saw it. I was like, I'm actually looking forward to that. That and I saw Mortal Kombat and I was like, yeah, I want to see that one too. And then the He-Man one came out. I was like, God damn it. So I need to see that one too. So I don't know if I really no, I'm not gonna. I thought about doing a review on the old Street Fighter in the 90s. I said no, because that's just too bad. I can't put myself through that shit again. All right. I mean, I'm
And what was that other one that was in it was like 2012.
the one that came out then.
Yeah, Chung or what was it? The Legend of Chung Li or something
Oh
like that.
yeah, the Legend of Chun Li, the one with what's her name from Smallville.
Yeah. That one was a that one was
That
like a good story,
yeah, like
but
it was a good origin story.
and again, it was just like they shoehorned Street
So
Fighter
yeah,
characters into it.
yeah,
Like like somebody came up with that story and
which I
completely
get.
outside of Street Fighter, and somebody came
Just
along
like
and was
it's like
just
you
like,
know what?
"Hey,
Let's just make
you
this kind
put
of like a say this how
what if you made this character uh Bison and this character Chung Li, these characters Ken and
yeah,
Ryu,
Kristen Crook.
and
Thank you,
yeah,
George.
yeah,
Like, yeah, like I said, that one had a good it had a good story to it. You know, like a good origin story. Do you know how the whole Street Fighter, how they got into the tournament, how they started, you know, the whole nine, whatnot, right?
yeah.
Good story, and I do appreciate that one. I do. You know, I think that was the sort of start of the redeeming arc for Street Fighter was that one. Because then fast forward a few years, like the Assassin's Fist came out on YouTube, and that one was great. Like that one a lot. But man, all these other stuff that's coming out, dude, and but the one that I saw said, you know what, was the He-Man one. And looking at the trailer, because the extended trailer that came out, and so much of that was, you know, as close to the 80s to the 80s cartoon as it could.
Mm,
And so I was like, yes, nice nostalgic feel to it. Not the Dolph Lundgren shit
yeah.
that we're about to talk about, but but I can appreciate it because it's keeping got in touch with the fans and giving us that nostalgic kind of feel to it. Because as the 30-minute toy commercials we grew up with, because again, that's what He-Man originally was. The cartoon was just a 30-minute toy commercial because they came
Yeah.
out with the toys before the for the cartoon, and they made the
Or
cartoon to
or
sell
it
the
was
toys.
or it was like the new bad guy that you're gonna have the cartoon or the commercial for at the very end that you're gonna
Yeah, exactly.
that'll be out next week or next quarter.
Right, exactly. But this one, the 1987 Masters of the Universe, veered far away from that. They decided, we have this property, this intellectual property here, but we're going to do this instead. So they give the Masters of the Universe movie not a bad story. Um, it, it was just badly acted. I'm not gonna lie. It was just bad. The story premise itself, it's a good story, and it's good, good. Uh, Skeletor has won, and now we're trying to fight back, and cool. But we open up this movie. Oh, we thinking is that, of course, we're fans, and we're thinking, oh, it's gonna open up with Prince Adam changing into He-Man. No, we don't get to see He-Man change into He-Man. No, he is He-Man throughout the entirety of the movie. Um, because that's what we got in the 80s. And that's what we had, and that's what we had to deal with. So that was it. Right. So we opened up the movie, a post-apocalyptic type of war thing in which Skeletor has won the battle for Eternia. And he has beaten King Randor, and everybody is on the run. He has whooped everybody's ass. So Skeletor is the man, and now he is he is taking Castle Grayskull, and he has the sorceress in some kind of prison, um, in which he is kind of siphoning off her power. I don't know how that works. Um,
I'm not an expert.
I'm not an expert on that. Um, I just thought that her power came from the castle, and she was just there, right? And the power comes from the castle, but I know, okay, he siphoned the power from her. Well, all right, but that's okay. That's again, that source material is here. Masters
What
of the
year was
Universe is
this?
over
What year
here.
was this movie?
Is over here. So,
What year was this one?
1987.
Ooh,
1987, man. Oh, the special effects on this are pure 80s. You know, the
yeah.
the acting is great. This is a movie where you see Ivan Drago and Lieutenant Tom Paris save the world, which you never thought you'd see that, but hey, we that's what we got. We got that in the 80s, right?
Wait a
So
minute. Wait a
forgot
minute.
Ivan
Wait a minute. Wait. Lieutenant Tom Paris.
from Star Trek Voyager. Yeah, he was in this movie. He played the teenager.
I
Um,
was gonna say. I was
he
gonna
played a
say
teenager that was
in
in
the
the
'80s
real
he would have
world.
been what?
I think he played 18 or 17 or 18 in the movie.
Sounds about right. Sounds about accurate. I mean, considering.
Oh, he was very, very young. He was very, very young. You see, it was all he was very, very young. And I'm looking, I was like, "Yeah, how I know him. Where do I know him? How do I know him? Where the f I know him from somewhere. What if
Because I know him and Will Wheaton were always like, you know, like going for parts together. Like him
well,
and he read for Wesley.
oh, well, I well, look here, man. Will Wheaton, I'm glad you didn't get this part. You should have left that for Tom Parrish.
Yeah.
So while Will Wheaton was doing Star Trek, Tom Parrish was doing this.
No, I think '87 wouldn't that have been like Stand by Me or something like that?
Stand by, was it Stand by Me? Or was that 86?
I
Either
don't know.
way,
I can't remember.
either way, Next Gen started
Yeah, Next Gen started in
87.
'87, I think. You're right.
So I 88. 88. You know what? You still had the Master Universe fame in
Hey,
88.
Harley.
But you know, oh yeah. Hey Harley, what's up? Now this movie, oh, it's so great. It is. I forgot how bad it was. Okay. Now, I'm sure, like a lot of us, we've seen this movie before, right? We've seen it because that's what we got. If you're of a certain age. Now, Harley, I expect you not to have known Masters of the Universe movie, the one that came out in '87. Oh, Masters of the Universe, baby. So this movie opens up. Skeletor has won the final battle for Eternia. He has captured the sorceress. He's hunting down He-Man and Tila and Man at Arms, and they run into a little um elf thing that's and his name is Gwildor, right? So who is Gwildor? What is Gwildor? We don't know. But Gwildor is annoying as hell. That's all I'd say.
Is
He
what?
is annoying as hell. All right.
That's what I thought I heard.
He is annoying. He is annoying AF. Okay. Throughout the entirety of this whole movie, I remember seeing it when I was a kid, and I wanted to punch him the whole time that I saw him because I just wanted to punch him. And now that I'm older, I still want to punch him, but I mean, I'm tall enough now to where I could just punt kick him, right? So I want to do that. So we find out that Gwildor is the reason that Skeletor won because he had created something that was called a cosmic key. So the key essentially it opens up a door to anywhere in the universe. As to how he got something that created and generated such energy um in such a kind of a compact package and it not blow anybody up, I don't know because the physics of that are beyond me. So we are not going to try to decide and decipher that because that will blow my mind. And How it works just did not make sense to me. But that's beside the point. We're suspended disbelief. This is He Man. Got to keep story moving, right? So Gwildor has made this cosmic key that has the ability to open up a door to anywhere in the universe. So what do? They decide, well, we're going to surprise Skeletor. Pop up in the Gray Skull, knock him out, take the sorcerers, kick him out of Gray Skull, Snake Mountain, boom. 30, 45 minutes, commercial break. We're done. No, 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 can't do that.
Commercial break.
No, no, that'd be too easy, right? Can't do that, right? So instead, what they do, um, they uh, pop up into Gray Skull, but the Skeletor gets a drop on him. So instead of they try to fight their way out, but Gwildor instead opens up the door. Where's the door open to? He doesn't know. They don't know. Man at Arms don't know. Tila doesn't know. He Man doesn't know. He's to open up a door. So Gwildor opens up the door. Where does the door open up? But to Earth, the real world. First of all, Eternia is a whole Mickey Ficky flipping planet. Okay. There's literally everywhere around in Eternia you could have gone. Okay. Anywhere. Could have gone where Stratos was at, the Merman, anyone, any one of them. But had to
But
bring it
no.
to Earth. Had to bring it to Earth
Yeah.
because, reasons, right? So pop up, everybody's in Earth. They all get separated, of course, because reasons, right? So instead, not everybody just pops out in the same spot where the door just open up and they all there's no, 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 no. No, because that would be way too easy, and the story will move along too quickly. No, we got to have some drama. We got to find some shit. So the key is lost. Everybody's lost, and they're trying to find each other, and people pairing up. He Man finds Man at Arms and Tila, and then they come across Gwildor, and Gwildor doesn't know what's going on, and he's so I want to kick him. I want to kick him in his goddamn face. Oh, I hate this little this little a hole. Oh, because the whole entire shit it started because of him. Everything because of him. And his ass is stupid. It's stupid. And the reason why that Skeletor got the key is because he used Evil Lyn to get it. Why? Because Evil Lyn is, let's be honest, this Evil Lyn is a hottie. And so she popped in and said, oh, she's very pretty and had, lovely eyes. And so I gave it to her. Really? That that that's all
that's
it
your
took.
defense.
That's all it took. She was pretty and had pretty eyes, and so I get really that that's all it took. That's it. That's it. You just any got you could have just got
You might
any
want to
heifer,
come up with a better defense than that.
right? And you could have just got any heifer from anywhere in Eternia. You just got anybody for that shit. If that's all it took. He said she's pretty and had nice eyes, and I gave it to her. You just get any bitch right into that. Come on. That is not a
Hey,
good
you might
defense
want to.
as
You
to
might
why.
want to consider.
That is not a good defense as to why Skeletor has won. Just because,
Slightly better defense.
just because she's pretty. No, because that's the case. That Skeletor's just got any bitch to just say, "Hey, go in there and give me that."
Oh, she's sweet, but she's psycho.
So what would have happened if Eagle? So then what would happen then if Evelyn was ugly, right?
Oh, then you'd have your wits about you?
Said then, said then, I knew something was wrong because she was ugly. What man? That's all it took. So they're in the real world and they're all looking for the key because the key is lost. Trying to find the key, and of course they're all scoping out the area, getting the lay of the land. Because what's funnier than watching Eternians on Earth trying to figure out, you know, what is KFC? Why did these two kids in a car? Why are these two kids in a car making out? Why is Gwildor got a grappling hook and stole a bucket of KFC and he's just sitting there eating, chomping down, and everything like that. He got barbecue. He got the sauce, all shit like that, all barbecue. And here, you know, and Man at Arms walks up on him. He goes, "Oh, I was just getting ready to share." No, your ass wasn't. You greedy little son of a. You greedy little son of a. Oh, I hate him. I want to punt kick him. Anyways, oh, Gwildor, I hate you. you
Damn you, Gwildor.
you're a short Jar Jar Binks before Jar Jar Binks was a thing. All right. God damn it, I hate you. So they're out there looking for the key, and everything just hilarity ensues because Gwildor is trying to fit his way through society, and his things are just, oh, what is this? Let me have some chicken. I'm talking to a cow. The cow is, the obviously the sentient life on Earth. So I'm
Wait,
communicating with the cow.
wait.
Gwildor, you stupid mother. Yeah, that was the actual scene where Gwildor was trying to talk to a cow because, you know, um, he thought the cow was the dominant species of the planet because it was big.
Hey, because, logic.
Because of course it's big, obviously, so it must rule because it's big. That makes sense. Anyways, so the
Oh, this is 80s.
oh, and so then we cut to where we see Lieutenant Tom Parrish and the girl from Friends. Um, they're apparently
Monica.
Monica. That's it. Monica
Courtney
from
Cox.
Friends. Courtney Cox. Yeah,
We'll get there eventually.
I don't know. I can't remember what the characters' names are in the movie. I just know them from the shows that they were in. All right. I just know the girl from Friends. I forgot it's Monica.
See how it took the scenic route to get there? That's how I got there.
Oh shit. So we got Monica and Lieutenant Tom Parrish, right? They're a couple, and Monica is getting ready to go off to college, right? Because that's what you do when you graduate high school, right? You're 18 and you go off to college, So there's that. But he doesn't want her to go, which I mean, he's a loser. Um, I'm not gonna just try and sugar. He's a loser. Okay. His kid in a high school band with kind of no real prospects of a future or anything. Um, and I know that sounds a little bit hypocritical coming from me, but you know what? I don't care. This is the '80s. All right. It's a different time. I'm talking from the '80s perspective. He is
school band? I mean, I know you were in band, but
Oh my god, no, look.
I was in a band, but I
So
wasn't
no,
in
I was in
band.
marching. I was in band. I was in band, and that's what it's funny coming from me because I was in band. Um,
Yeah.
and I say this because, I was in band. Sir, that's not any kind of future prospect of anything unless you are, already got a record deal. That's a different story. And you have already sold like at least 100,000 copies of your record, so you can at least you can start talking some kind of shit, right? The shit talking will really start once you hit a million, but uh, you have not gotten to that point. So you sir, had no prospects for a future, so you should not be wanted to make her stay here just because you want her here. Lieutenant Tom Parrish, let Monica go. Let Monica go to college. Let her be a cook. No, I'm sorry, she was a chef. Never mind. Let her be a chef. That was disrespectful. That was disrespectful right there. Let her be a chef.
I forgot too.
But then we find out that, and this comes into play later, that her parents had died. Plane wreck. Tragic.
It's
Both
always
of them
tragic.
gone. Tragic, tragic accident.
Why's it
And
always gotta be a plane wreck?
she's moving on, moving out of state, starting to leave everything behind, start a whole new life, as to try to as a means to kind of, process the grief and whatnot. So, all right, cool. And she wants to leave town, all that behind. And I get it. Bad memories, all that shit. Cool. Understand that. He wants her to stay because love. I don't know what to say. I mean,
You know.
because I 18 and horny. I don't know. So there's that, I guess. So they find this thing that starts playing these notes, the cosmic key. And so it makes all these sounds, and they see it's lighting up and it looks so weird, and it does all this kind of things, and it makes all these press these buttons and make these noises, and trying to figure out what it is. And so they're trying to figure it out. So while in the midst of figuring this out, they decide that, hey, why don't you go so he asks her, Lieutenant Tom Paris asks Monica, to come with him to the school gymnasium for sound check as they get ready for, last dance into the school, whatever, you know, last day, last dance, last blah, 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 hoorah for everybody that's there before they move on. And the playing with the key, finding, figuring out what all the shit does on it. And while in doing that, it sends out a whole beacon thing to Skeletor in which, hey, again, the, the key that he has locked on to that key, and then it, he was able to find out where they were so he could get that key so He-Man could not get the second key to stop him. So he wouldn't get the key, so he would stop Skeletor because he's got Skeletor as his key. And he had two keys that could go anywhere. And so he wanted to be the one that controlled everything, that he could go anywhere he wanted to. So he wanted to keep He-Man on Earth while Skeletor could just bounce around like all the rest. All right. All right. Keep him there. Makes sense. Right? I get it. You know, until we meet again. Yeah. Oh, gone. I get it. All right, cool. And Oh, what did they do? Finally, um, eventually, I wouldn't say finally. I say eventually, He-Man finds him, but Skeletor sends out some scouts, some people, if you will. A few people. Um, Only one of them that we know, but everybody else we don't know. We don't know. We know fuck all about them. Um, some new characters came out. Blade, uh, the lizard, um, the the lizard, the candlestick maker, the joy. I don't know what I don't know what the hell their names are. Anyways, they're just
They're not important.
they're not important, you know. And they gave us Beastman, a Beastman. I mean, not it was supposed to be Beastman, but it he didn't look like Beastman. He looks like he was in the middle of like changing from a human to a werewolf, but got stuck like somewhere, like almost there, like almost before he starts getting the y- before he starts getting the wolf face, like he gets stuck like that. That's how that Beast Man looked. So we got that Beast Man, and again, 80s. So we got to take what we got. We take what we got. That's what we had to go with. So we get Beast Man and knives and the lizard and the candlestick maker and another lizard goo, another lizard and a dragon, and I don't know, man. So they all go out to try to fight He Man and get this key. Um, they find the key, and uh, Monica has run off because she had the key, and because she was there at the gym. Lieutenant Tom Parrish had to go get a couple other things, and so she wanted to be at the gymnasium to say goodbye to the old place. All right, I didn't know, the schools that just people hang out like that and just randomly, but all right, cool. That's what we're going with. So I get this 80s again at school. And I'm not saying that,
80s
because
logic.
my mom was a teacher and I know how the shit rants and what's supposed to be locked and what's not supposed to be locked up because of equipment and money. So okay, but if they got money like that the way you just keep shit open, all right, cool. Not question that. Yeah, suspending all disbelief. I've suspended all disbelief so far in this movie. Why not keep going? All right.
Yeah. Why stop now?
Why stop now? Why stop at this? So the the knife, the lizard, the dragon, the candlestick maker, and Beast Man all walk up in that mother
This
and she
sounds like
hauls
a really
ass.
bad bar joke.
I mean that it is. It is. It is. I mean that oh shit. So she runs and then she runs into He-Man. And I don't know why. Why all of a sudden just she runs into He-Man, right? And he's just like, "Hey, hey, hey, calm down, calm Hey, bitch, look here. First of all, I don't know if I'm her,
I don't
I'm
know if you've
randomly
been paying
running out with
attention.
something and I see a motherfucker that was stuck between being a human and a werewolf, a walking lizard, a goddamn dragon with a mullet, and they coming after me, some shit I got in my hand, and I walk up into you, and you dressed like a goddamn Chippendale stripper, like a barbaric Chippendale. No, there's too much weird shit going on. There's way
I
too
don't
much
know if
weird
you've
shit
been
going
paying
on.
attention or not,
I don't
but
give a damn what it is. There's too much weird shit going
there's a
on.
lot of shit going on, and
Don't tell me to calm down, and you're dressed like Xena warrior stripper. No,
I
And
think
then,
you need to calm up.
so it's seriously, the hell, man. Like, and then who comes up? But of course, Tila, Man at Arms, and goddamn Gwildor.
Damn it, Gwildor.
Oh, so then they see, they understand that hey, this is where hey, she has the key. This is the key. Okay, we're here, and Gwildor is trying to find a way to get them back to Eternia, but he doesn't know the the note combination that it takes to get back to Eternia. So they're stuck there until he can figure out how the sound to get it back to Eternia. But for whatever reason, the the big red button that you push on the goddamn thing, it plays the note, the song to get back to Eternia. But somehow I I hate Gwildor. I hate the little bitch. I hate the little bitch.
Damn
How
you,
are you gonna
Gwildor.
program? You gonna program a goddamn map to go back to where you at? And you're like, well, I don't know how to get there. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Gwildor from 1987 Masters of the Universe movie. I hate you. I want to short arm close on you. I
Just
don't
hate
like
you.
you. I spent this whole movie mad at that little motherfucker because it was all his fault.
Because he opened the door,
Because he opened the
and when
door.
and when they and when they asked him where it went, I don't know.
Uh-huh. So where are we at? Uh-huh. How do we get back? Uh-huh. What good are you?
Seems like
Uh-huh.
valid information to have.
And the only reason that we got into this is because you gave one key to a to a bitch that was pretty. You gave that bitch to a hot bitch. God damn you, Gwildor. So our asses are we're stuck on this other goddamn planet because you're thinking with your other head. You little son of a bitch. I hate you.
Little son of a bitch.
You little son of a bitch. We are on the run right now because you're thinking with your dick. I hate your ass. God damn you. Oh man. Oh god. So so all the Skeletors people, they're there in the gym, they're trying to find out where she went. And so they're running after her, but hey, she's there with He-Man, Man at Arms, and Tila. So the few troops come around, of course, they get their asses whooped by He-Man. And somebody else, they walk around, they get their asses whooped by He-Man. Everybody get their asses whooped by He-Man. Then they go back to Skeletor, right? And they say, hey, Skeletor, we got our asses whooped. It was it was an army of them. There was at least like 50 of them that was there. 100 even, probably. Um, and we got our asses handed to us. You know, we lost the candlestick maker somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but we got our asses handed to us. We need help. So Skeletor sends out a bigger force. And in this, they bring out Evil Lynn. Oh, of course, because Evil Lynn's, because she's the hot bitch and she got shit done, right? So Evil Lynn makes shit happen. And that's what she did. She made the shit happen. So making the shit happen. How'd she do that? Well, I'll tell you like this. It's simple. It's easy. How she do it? She makes shit happen, right? So they went back to the gym, all all sorts of effed up, right? All sorts of effed up. Every bit of effed up that you could have. And it is. Why? Because that's why. So so Lieutenant Tom Parrish comes back and he's like, what the hell's going on? Because
Oh, good.
they they didn't leave, yo. I don't know who the hell's gonna pay for all this. Because I don't have any money. Insurance. Yeah, I hope this place is insured. And so he rolls up on the lizard and the dragon and the knife and Evil Lynn. And at this, okay, this is a dangerous invention that they had, but this is something that I feel like we could use today and we really need today, right? It was this interrogation collar, or at least that's what they called it. Anyways, it was this collar, right? That completely made you tell the truth on everything. You cannot lie. Like, you put that shit around your neck, and all of a sudden, you become paralyzed, and you just start telling the truth. Whatever they ask you, you tell the truth. And I feel like, again, that is something dangerous. At the same time,
Yeah,
we got that is something we need.
I feel like we could use that in the court of law.
I feel like that would be very useful in a court of law. Um, but it's very, very
Be like,
dangerous.
Your Honor, I demand the use of the collar of truth.
So, oh shit, fine.
You know what? Never mind. I'll
All
admit.
right, fine. I'll
I
tell
I
you. I'll
admit.
tell. All
I
right, you
admit.
ain't
I
got to put
admit
the.
to everything.
All right,
You
let
know
me.
what?
I
You know
you ain't
what?
got to
I
put the
did.
goddamn
I
collar
did.
on me.
I
I'll
did. I
tell you.
did this shit. I did this shit. Just never mind. Just give me whatever.
Yeah. So they question him because they got the collar on, and he can't lie. So he tells him he doesn't really know shit. Said his girlfriend had the key. She ran off somewhere. I don't know where she's at. Nobody knows anything except they know where he's at because he's stuck in the collar. So Evelyn and them all they dip out because they're going to look for He Man. Leave him there, right? So all right, that's cool. Um, that way he won't. He already stirred up enough trouble as is.
Right.
No, I'm like he didn't do shit. Like Lieutenant Tom Paris didn't do anything, or at least not so far. Uh,
He's just been
he's
kind
just
of a
been
dick.
kind of
He's
an
kind of a
entitled,
dick.
kind of an entitled dick.
Yeah.
Not really done anything, wrong per se. Just been an entitled dick.
Right.
Like lawfully, he hasn't done anything wrong. Lawfully, okay, lawfully. Now, Oh, and speaking of the law, that's where we get our first our first introduction uh to Lubick. I remember Lubick. Oh, Lubick, the detective for um the city. I don't know what city he was in, but he was a cop. I don't know if he was a
Okay,
detective
he's a cop.
or but he was a cop. Um, I don't know it was Lubick because every time he said Lubick
It's the
rules
first mention of
said of
police
Lubick, it
in
was because
this
he
whole
mentions
situation.
he talks to about himself in the third person. You know, Lubick rules number. Wait, what?
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, he's one. Yeah, he's one of those guys. Like he has his own set of rules that he's memorized and everything. He's like Lubick rule number. Yeah, that's
He
that.
was the rock before the rock.
Exactly right. So Lubick, being a cop, doing what cops do, and oh, doing what cops do, he gets he sees all the evil lens, the troops, and everything. And the funniest shit, being a cop, he goes, "Everybody freeze!" and they turn around and shoot at him. It's like,
Naturally.
dude, these are warriors from another planet. Okay, they have they have gone through a dimensional gate to get here to get an item so that an individual will not will not take over and beat them for rule over said planet that they are just now they're now ruling. Okay, you're not gonna stop them. You're not gonna stop them. So, ah, He Man and Tila and Man at Arms and Gwildor and Monica circle back
You motherfucker.
to to get Tom Parrish and Tom Parrish, he freaks out because he sees a woman with a mullet that is with a blue with a blue swimsuit and pockets on it. He sees another guy with he sees a dude with a with a,
I don't know. In the '80s, I don't know which part of that to pick apart first.
I mean, that's exactly what it was. And then you got a guy with what looks like a skin tight swimsuit, um, with a helmet, like a bike helmet type of thing, and like um football pads on and boots, right? And then you got He
That
Man.
just sounds like normal attire there.
Yeah, I mean that's no, normal '80s attire, right? That was a style in the '80s.
Yeah,
So
that one might be passable.
that was the style in the '80s, right? Right, yeah. And then you got He Man, dressed like Xena warrior stripper. He's gonna freak out.
And that one speaks for itself.
Yeah. So he's gonna freak out. And he did, which is it. Hey, that's perfectly understandable and acceptable. That's a perfectly acceptable freak out, crash out, whatever you want to call it. Perfectly acceptable. Oh my god. Yeah, as they're trying to, figure out what's going on and how to get back. Oh, and Gwildor still tinkering with the key to try to find a way back to Eternia because you know why? Because he don't know. He's trying to find a master, what he calls a master sound maker to play the final note to open up the door to get back to Eternia, right?
Master sound maker.
Yeah, a musician. In which, oh no, conveniently, Tom Parrish happens to be a musician.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
isn't that convenient?
coincidence.
What a
Plot,
coincidence,
plot
right?
device.
What a plot device. Quite a coincidence, right? Like, and you'd never have seen that. You know what I mean?
No,
Never would have seen it. You know? So,
foreshadowing.
of course not. I mean, right? Ugh, the sound. The the key works on sound, and then here's a musician that he plays stuff by ear, and yeah,
Intriguing music.
what? And here's a strange thing that plays this melody, and he's fascinated with. He learns about it. He has to hit the keys and hit what the notes mean. Hear the
Yeah,
notes, and you know
I
what I mean.
want.
So,
I wonder if this musician that is in our cast has been working on some sort of special music.
oh well, see, that's the part of playing by ear comes into play.
Oh,
See, see, ha 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 ha
you
ha 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 ha.
because that is essentially playing from the heart.
Yeah, because I mean, you stay in the right tempo, stay in the right key range, and you make the um appropriate kind of note change, and boom, you got yourself an open door there, man.
You got a key.
You got a key.
You got you got a key.
Oh yeah. So while Evelyn is looking for the key, she gets a call from Skeletor. Skeletor is like, hey,
Oh, good to know we have interdimensional cell service.
of course, man. Yeah, I mean, hey, man, they got Eternia Prime. Hey, man, Eternia Prime.
It's ET&T.
He's ET&T. uh, is Eternia Wireless. So they got they got one hell. Skeletor's got the obviously he's got the full plan. Unlimited data coverage, roaming, whole nine. He got all
Roaming.
that.
Definitely roaming.
He's definitely got the roaming charges. He knew he was going to have them roaming charges. So hey, so he calls up. He's like, hey, where the key? She's like, we ain't got it.
We got it.
Said, where's
Calm
He
down.
Man? It said, he he gone too. Skeletor was like, all right, I'll be there. 5 minutes later, maybe 10. I said 10 minutes later, big ass door opens up. Here comes a tank, a goddamn big chariot, a, a ships, these a whole lot of just like planes and a tank and all kinds of just shit and people and things just flying out, right?
This whole time you could have brought that whole thing.
The whole time you could have brought this whole goddamn army and just solved it like that, right?
Yeah.
But then, of course, we wouldn't be treated
No,
to
no.
to such a
You just sent me
exactly.
one person.
Uh, But then we wouldn't be treated to
Plot
once
device.
once they all spread out and started looking for He Man and Tila and you know the rest of them. We wouldn't be treated to seeing a He Man knock one of the guys off of their flying hoverboard. I guess what you call it. I don't know, anti grav or what. Goblin glider. I guess that's what you call it. But I don't know how the physics of that works either. Because here's the thing. All right, you stand on it, directly on it, and for somehow you
Now
can.
we're gonna pick apart physics.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey man, how is it you're gonna stand completely vertical? Well, I mean it goes at 90 degrees, and you're still standing completely straight up. Like you're not bending over. You're not trying to. Like, but again, I'm suspending as much disbelief as I can. But I'm seeing these things. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, I'm trying my best.
This is
I try my best to
this is
suspend
like
as much
this is
disbelief as I
like being
can.
like I don't think Peacemaker could actually fly with his helmet. Like no, you you're picking that part to pick
Oh
apart.
yeah. Hey,
We're not
listen,
going to talk about the interdimensional gateway part at all. Okay, okay,
but right. So I
cool.
mean,
Just
just speeding
making
past that.
sure
Oh, okay.
we're just making sure our priorities are straight.
Just making sure we're on the right page. Just okay. We're speeding past that. Not talk. Oh, okay. Oh, cool, 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 cool.
All right.
All right.
I
What you
guess.
got? I need to. There's something I need to just stop. It just accept it, and that was one I need to accept it. All right. But we don't be treated to see, He Man in the sky, right? We wouldn't be treated to see He Man on a Silver Surfer, a surfboard
Uh,
that doesn't quite look like a surfboard. I mean, it looks like like a Magneto hover disc. Anyways, so we get that, and we see He Man with a blaster that looks like one of those old Nintendo Nintendo gun controllers for Duck Hunt.
pew, pew.
Pew pew pew. Brrrr-dun-dun-dun-dun. That, that, right? Oh, so he's fighting through all of Skeletor's forces, and meanwhile, at the same time, Skeletor has rolled up on Man at Arms and Tila and Gwildor. That motherfucker, Gwildor, as he's trying to open up another door to go back to Eternia. And how'd they find him? Because Gwildor's messing with the key. The key tracked him. So Skeletor rolls up on him. And of course, sets a trap for He Man because, that's Skeletor, right? Right, right. So He Man flies up fine. He's done all this flying all around, and, hey, he's done his, oh man, let's go shots for the camera, and has run down, f- float down, flown down, whatever you want to. He rolls up on
He's done something.
he he rolls up on them, right? If Skeletor is there, Man at Arms, all the rest of them are there, and then clearly, clearly, it is a trap. Clearly, you see Skeletor, you see Evil Lynn, you see the lizard, the the blade, and the candlestick maker, and the dragon, and they're all the people, all of his forces. They're all around there, right? He rolls up, and then for whatever reason, Monica jumps up and yells out, "He Man, it's a trap!" And then, bam, she gets force lightning shocked in her leg from Skeletor. And I know it's force lightning because it was purple. All right, so
Yeah, that's official. That's force lightning.
that's force lightning. Okay, and it's
I, I,
purple.
I, I've seen it. I can confirm that.
Yes. So we now know that Skeletor is a Sith. In this movie, he's a Sith. So there's that. So then Skeletor then he captures He-Man because he he needs to have a Xena warrior stripper as his captive. Then he takes the key and then he takes the other key and for whatever reason he just erases the memory from the key and leaves it there with Man at Arms, Tila, and Wildor, Lieutenant Parrish, and Monica with a leg wound. Okay, as to why this is the 80s. So in the 80s, the bad guys did dumb shit like that, right? They all did. Okay, so that was that. So Skeletor dips out. He got He Man. He got his original key. The other key doesn't work. And now he's gone. He's happy. He wins. Hooray for Skeletor. Then Gwildor picks up the other key, looks at it, then, of course, the key still works. It just doesn't have the Eternia song pre programmed into the big red button, right? So Gwildor is like, well, if I knew the melody, I could open up the door. The whole time the melody was there at the door. You dumb mother. Anyways, anyways, Lieutenant Tom Paris, being the musician, uh, master sound maker, um, hums out the Eternia tune, grabs a keyboard from the local music shop because that's what you do, right? Um, and then
That's what
Wildor hooks because that's what you do, right?
yeah.
And Gwildor hooks up a the best you can say he hooks up adapters, a whole bunch of adapters and a a car battery and a like he MacGyvered it, Like he had paper clip and chewing gum and like a gum wrapper and made
Used
like
all the
right did all that right just connected all that all the shit together so you know when Tom Paris played the keyboard, then all of a sudden, oh, the same tune that had been coming out the whole entire motherfucking time now is open up this big ass door, right? And who happens to pop up at that time? But Lubick. Lubick pops up
oh god.
because after he got shot at, he left to go get some backup. When the backup came, everybody else left. Everybody was gone. Skeletor gone. Evelyn gone. Beastman gone. The lizard gone. The candlestick maker gone. Everybody gone.
Lubick still here.
And who's here but Man at Arms, Tila, Gwildor.
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 The
And
way you said
clearly,
it every time. Gwildor.
every time.
You son of a bitch.
Ew, sorry, some of Go hang out with Jar Jar Binks, asshole. Oh, yeah. So Lubin pops up at the same time when the door opens, and then because the key um was damaged and hooked up, and the even though you could play the keys on it, but had to hook up to a keyboard. I don't know how the shit worked. All right, it was you had to hook up the keyboard
Don't
to play the
really
keys,
understand how it works.
but it had keys on it that would already play the tune. But anyways, so shit went weird. Shit got sideways. and instead of opening the door where they could just walk through, it opened up a door like around them, and it brought them and part of a part of a car and part of a building and a part of a sidewalk. So that makes me think now, it's part of that building that left. I mean, that has to mess with structural integrity, and that building had to have collapsed because I mean, this was that has been it's, it's a large building, and it was brick, and it was a corner, right? So it had to have some part of it had to, the attorneys have the attorneys have caused uh Earth a lot of property damage. So I just need to say, um, so then they get into Eternia, and Sorceress is she's drained of almost all her power. She looks old as hell. Like she looks old as shit. You got He Man chained up like a like you got He Man chained up like uh, uh, Xena Warrior stripper. So and again throughout this whole time, not once has has he even really used his sword any. I mean, a little bit here and there. We're fighting the bad guys, and whatnot. But and and I could tell through the fight scenes, these are very 80s fight scenes. Um, because you don't really see like the action itself per se. Like you see almost like a the point of view from point of view almost like from the bad guy's perspective, because all you just see is He-Man with "Uh, uh," doing that with the sword, right? So you never actually saw him like cut anyone or anything like that. And again, that was probably because of the whole kind of thing rule in the 80s that the violence on He-Man was, not really violence. Like there were fights, but it wasn't ever no no one was, stabbing each other, slashing each other, or anything like that. Like any actual direct damage were was to like, machines. But anyways, that's just a little something, little factoid about He-Man. Anyways, so we get there, we see He-Man is all chained up. They're now Monica and Tom Paris and Gwildor. They've all been captured by Skeletor, and so they've been captured, and now Skeletor has finally has gotten all of the sorcerer's power. All of the sorcerer's power. And then he does a Dragon Ball Z transformation and he turns into Golden Skeletor. Yeah. He evolves into Gold Skeletor. So Gold Skeletor, Gold Skeletor now has all the power of Grayskull, or at least the power of the sorcerers, or something. I don't know. He's got an upgrade, and he has focused his chi. He is like Lord Frieza now, and he is evolved. So throughout the whole kerfuffle of everything, um, Man at Arms has Man at Arms and Tila had taken that moment of while he was in the middle of doing his Skeletor's chi power up that they decided, they're gonna do something. And they did. Caused a distraction. He-Man got free. He grabbed the sword, and then we, as the audience, has been waiting so long to hear these words, and for such a letdown that it be, I we expected to hear the whole thing of by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. No, 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 no. We did not get that. No, we did not get the full transformation. No, we did get the him grabbing the sword, holding off, and you know, by the power of Grayskull, and I have the power. But I was not feeling the power. You know what I mean? I was not feeling the power like it was in the cartoon, where everything went went dark behind him, and the whole lightning came down, and you see it. No, no, that none of that shit happened. None of that happened. It was just a big dude with a mullet holding up a sword. That's what it was. That's what we got. But that was Heat Man. All right, that was Heat Man. That was Heat Man. That what we got. All right, that was then. This is now. So fight ensues between He Man and Skeletor. And they're fighting, and fighting, and fighting. Clash of the Titans, and it is a horrible fight scene. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it was choreography or if it was or what, but it was definitely a very 80s fight scene, very 80s. That's the best way I can describe it. Um, and to which at the end, of course, He Man is it's Master of the Universe movie. I mean, of course, He Man won the fight.
Right.
Of course, he won the fight because it's He Man, right? Because it's He Man. All right, and Golden Skeletor has now been defeated. He has gone back to his base form, and He Man has won the day. Hooray, hooray, victory for all, eternity is saved. You know, and part of it, and again, this is another part of, oh, I need to just suspend disbelief on this one, okay? Because throughout that fight, okay, Lubick, because he got sucked into the whole thing there too, right? He had a shotgun, right? And then all of a sudden, I guess this shotgun had was on God mode and had unlimited shells because I swear he must have taken it like he shot everybody. I mean, he must have like 30, 40 shells and just back out, 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 back out. Like you're not running out. He's back out, back out, back out, back out. Everybody shooting at him. He's back out, back out, back out. God damn, man. So he had his rifle on God mode. So we win, victory, hooray, hooray, hooray. Eternity is free. Skeletor has been defeated. The sorceress has now got all her power back. She is back to her young, youthful form. Um, and all is right with both worlds. So now it's time for everybody to go back home. Okay? Okay? Great, great, great. And now Gwildor has now he's had enough time to, you know, get them back home, figured out the tones of Earth, and get her back home. And it's like, yeah, cool, great. And then he says this line that I could send you back home and I could send you back during at any time of going back home. Any place at any time. Okay. All right. That I have a question about that. Um, if that whole shit could have gone back in time, why in the fuck did they have to go through all of this shit when at the very goddamn beginning you could have just said, you know what? Here, let me set this day back to like last week. And you could just
before
haul you
before
just roll it to the
Gwendol fucking fucked everything up.
yeah, but goddamn Gwildor
Wildor.
fucked everything up. Now you knew that shit could have gone back in time. You all ass knew you could have gone there. You could have saved the whole entire goddamn movie. That shit could have been done in 5 fucking minutes. But no. Anyways, I would punt kick that little. Oh, I hate him. Oh, I want to punch him. So he says he can send you back. He send you back in time or and Monica is like, no, we're just gonna go back home. We're just gonna go home. Her and Tom Paris going home, right? Going back to Earth, going home. So it's walking through. At the last second, she turns to Gwildor and it's like, no, send me back. Send me back to when my parents were alive. And you could barely hear her to make it out. And for whatever reason, right, they're still walking through the door. Instead of just stopping and then say, hey, hold up. Since this thing can go back in time, hey, turn this off so you can hear me. And then, hey, and you just do it then. So apparently, I guess somehow Gwildor, with his goddamn ears, finally did something right in his whole dumbass arc. You know, for somebody that's a genius, he's dumb as hell. That's all I have to say. Anyways, so apparently he did hear that, and he sent her, I guess, a week prior, and she stopped her parents from getting onto the plane that caused him to wreck. Um, and and all she did was like she grabbed her parents' car keys or the parents like her dad was like a he had his pilot's license, but it was like for so he could like do like small flights for him and his family. So he would do that. He would just charter a plane. Him, the wife get it. They would hop in. He'd fly them over there, and they'd fly back. Cool, great, no problem. Everything's fine. So she grabs the keys to the plane, hauls ass out in the street, middle of the street. In a robe, has not changed. She just woke up. Apparently, I mean, I don't know how that works. Um, you walk through a gate fully clothed, no shower or anything like that, and then you wake up in your bed. Um, wake up in your bed in a nightgown. Like, when did I change and shower? Right. So, anyways, she grabs keys, run out in the middle of the street, and coincidentally, at the same time, Tom Paris runs out in the middle of the street and meets her in the middle of the street. Again, it's 80, so we can do shit in the middle of the street. So met out in the middle of the street and they're hugging and kissing and they're like, oh, don't let your parents go. And so she's like, I just stopped them, and they realized that they remembered what happened with He-Man and Skeletor and the whole nine, right? Right. So they remember that, and okay, all great, not a problem. All right, cool, 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 cool. And He-Man is back in Eternia. Skeletor is defeated. Um, they're back at Earth. Lubick is decided to stay on Eternia, um, because and I and this is something I gotta I really I, this is kind of too hard for me to suspend disbelief on, right? Okay,
This is too hard.
this part of it is a little bit too difficult for me. All right, so I don't know how, but somehow I guess apparently Lubick had made his way into Eternia royalty. I guess I don't know. So um he decided he was going to stay in Eternia because he is living in a how he described it as he's living in a castle. Um, he's wearing like robes, like a like Dionysus, and he has he's got some kind of he's got a blonde woman um that he's got his arm around, and he's like, "What I gotta go home for? I got everything here. Yeah, I got the palace. I got my threads. I got a beautiful woman. I got nothing to leave here." So Lubick is on Eternia, being Lubick,
Living his best life,
living his best life,
apparently.
which is, I guess, fair. And we end it all with a shot of He-Man for dramatic purposes, standing in front of Grayskull saying, "I have the power." Roll credits. And that's what
Wow.
we got. 1987, baby. It's a magical year
It was a
for hot
great year.
garbage movies. Oh my god. But at the time it was still bad. It was still bad. I mean, it was bad. It was bad when it came out. Since then, it has gathered a cult following because Dolph Lundgren is the first is the He-Man that we got. Um, yeah, no Prince Adam. He's all He-Man. All He-Man. The sword, the sword didn't look like how it does. Supposed to. Never did. Like, oh, the problem with this, the main issue I always had with it is that the story was fine,
Mhm.
introducing new characters as expected, but the simple fact is that there was no, it didn't seem like there was much effort put into any kind of, I guess, accuracy. Not wanting to make the costumes look like kind of close to how it was at the cartoon. Not making the props look as close to, making the sword look as close to the sword
Yeah.
as, as it did in the cartoon. You know, and I get colors don't translate well from cartoon
Live action.
into live action, which I understand is that that's why you couldn't have, Man at Arms with the green and the bright orange. Colors wouldn't have translated, too well in live action.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that, you know? And a lot of these things I get, the looks, it would have been too hard to kind of recreate to that degree of accuracy. And I get it. But to be that far off, to be that far off is insane to me. And for He-Man to be walking around with a cape at the end of the movie, he's walking around still as He-Man, not Prince Adam, has not changed back. He's still dressed like a Xena Warrior stripper, but now he's got a cape. So now he looks like Super Stripper. And I don't get it. To be that far off is just I don't get it. Like hell, even in the Street Fighter movie in the 90s, at least the costumes they got accurate. I mean, Jean Claude Van Damme as Guile was just atrocious, but still they got the uniform right.
Yeah.
They got Ryu's gi right. They got Ken's gi right.
Yeah.
They got Chun Li. They got and Ming Na Wen as Chun Li.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that
That was.
that was perfect casting.
Yeah.
To me, that was perfect casting.
Yeah, that was.
And and Honda, Honda.
Yeah. That was good.
Now that was good casting. I won't say it was perfect casting, but it was definitely good.
Except for God. Except for God.
Except for Guile. Oh my god. Balrog. Now I would say the Balrog they got then. Now he looked better. He look it's a better look. He looks better as Balrog than 50 Cent.
Say he probably looks better, but I'm
I
still
mean,
gonna enjoy watching 50 Cent get his ass kicked.
I am too. Oh yeah, I am too. You know. but I'm really, really looking forward to seeing this new He-Man because now it seems like, they bring elements of the cartoon in, him being Adam, and in basically tying the costumes as close to the cartoon as it could, you know? And
Yeah.
I definitely like that. And one thing I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I definitely love was that, Idris Elba as Man at Arms.
Yeah.
Although I didn't I wasn't too sure about Idris Elba just having just a mustache, but I realized that that's Man at Arms.
Yeah.
And and who was it that's playing Tila? Because I know her from off of Riverdale, but I can never remember her name. let's see. 'Cause I know she was on. She played Veronica on Riverdale. Uh, no, wait. Here we go.
Let's see.
Camila Mendez. Camila Mendez. That's it.
There it is. Yeah.
And I will say, I'm hoping, I'm kind of hoping that they do like a lot more exploring on Eternia, like kind of seeing, Stratos. I know they're supposed to have Ram Man,
Yeah. I was
which
gonna say you got a bunch of
I'm
like
interested to see how that.
Kristen Wiig. What'd she play?
Is she Marlena?
Hmm.
Because that's the only one I could see her play, other than the sorceress.
No, that's Marina
No,
Bach.
that's Morena Baccarin. That's the sorceress.
Yeah. And Allie Bree is Evelyn.
Roboto. Roboto. Oh, voice of Roboto. I guess one of Manny Face's faces. I guess.
Ah, yeah, there you
Okay.
go. I see it now.
Okay.
Goat Man.
Go man.
Trap
Now I'm
Jaw.
interested to see how they do Trap Jaw.
Yeah, that's what I just saw
So,
too.
it- like Trap Jaw, Triclops, Mechanic. Man, I'm hoping, man. Uh because these are some of my favorite characters that were there. Trap Jaw, Triclops. Oh, so- Goat man, though. But I'm definitely looking forward to this because from the look of the cast, like, they did their best to try to get an accurate get the cast as accurate of a cast as they could. Uh, and one thing I was curious, I was sincerely hoping that um Jared Leto.
Mm.
I was hoping that Jared Leto wouldn't be Jared Leto, and Jared Leto the this movie. I
But Jared Leto has to be Jared Leto.
know Jared Leto has to be Jared
Jared
Leto.
Leto wouldn't be Jared Leto.
I know, I know. I'm just
Unfortunately.
saying is that okay. I say I need Jared Leto to be Jared Leto, but he not be like full on Jared Leto, but like just enough Jared Leto to where the movie is a success, but not just full on Jared Leto to where it's like
The
this
Joker.
guy. You know what I mean? Is that is that translated?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't need
Because
I don't need the Joker.
yeah, I don't need the Joker Jared Leto, but I don't somewhere in between the pretty boy Jared Leto in Fight Club and Joker Jared Leto. Somewhere in between there, you know,
It's a hard line to toe.
somewhere in between there. That's the kind of range of Jared Leto that Jared Leto needs to be Jared Leto to Jared Leto this movie. He's just using his name as as a verb now.
A verb and an adjective. It's a very complicated situation here.
Yeah. So I mean, it. I think for me, kind of Jared Leto is almost he's. I don't know if he's falling into the category of being a good actor in a bad movie or bad actor in a good
Actor in a
movie.
good movie.
Like same as Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I think he's if he's not already in there, he is he's one slippery slope slide away from it. You know what I mean? Because I think the Joker kind of put him in there. Like like if it was like his version of the Joker in a different kind of movie, it could work. It could work, but not like how he was in not the Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad one, or what was it? Birds of Prey.
Oh God, yeah.
Uh, it's a weird category. It's a weird category of just actors and the movies. Like again with Ghost Rider. So it's a bad actor in a good movie. It's a it's a good actor in a bad movie. Either way, you're right.
But then there's Ghost Rider 2.
Oh, Ghost Rider 2, that was just a bad movie and a bad actor. And for some reason, they just dragged Idris Elba into it. I think either A, Idris Elba was under contract to do that and he didn't have a choice. B, he's being blackmailed into do it. Or C, rent was due.
and when and when your rent is $1.2 million a month, you'll
So
do whatever comes your way.
you got to take anything.
No, I don't know what this accent is.
But this this is my I need to pay rent and it is due and I am a whore for money. And I need to pay the rent. Oh
Speaking
gosh.
of paying the rent, I don't know. We have ad space time available. I don't know.
I oh. Oh my god. But overall, 87 Masters of the Universe. We got what we got, and we were happy with what we got because that's the only thing that we could get. So we had to be happy with it. And we were until we knew better. Now, hopefully, this one will make up for that one. And
Hey,
and we
can
can
we not?
forget about it. I don't know. Or maybe it could be, it could lead to a sequel and Dolph Lundgren can come back and play Hordak. That's an idea. Just a thought, you know.
Why not?
Or, you decide you wanna make a Shira and Shira, the sequel to that, it'd be Shira and you cast him as Hordak. Cool. A little bit of nostalgia for, us He-Man fans. But yeah, definitely looking forward to the new one. Let's see, it comes out this year. What days it come out? I think it comes out next month. Is it coming out next month? Does it come out next month? I don't know. We're about to find out.
June 5th.
Yeah. June 5th. Okay. In a couple months, we'll see. We're gonna see. Oh, okay. All right, give me just a little bit. Dad, I know it's near the end of the show. Dad is wrapping up. Okay. All right.
You bully.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, we're talking about you. Yes, you're a bully.
Talking about you, not to you.
Say yeah. Say, I love you too. You're still a bully. I still love you. Okay, give me a couple minutes. Okay, and I get you your food. All right, I'll get you your dinner. Just give me a couple minutes, okay? Oh, this little girl. She's bullying me to hell. And hey, what's up, can we not? So, to recap, 87, 87 Masters, hot garbage, but that's all we got. New one coming out. Hopefully, it'll make up because it doesn't look like hot garbage. And we'll figure something else if it still is hot garbage. We'll I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. I don't know what we'll do if this one's hot garbage too. We'll figure something out. They always do, and we'll be here to complain about it because that's what fans. That is our job
Exactly.
to complain about it all. That's what we do, and that's what we're great at. To complain. If it doesn't look right, we will let you know. Oh, but we're coming near to the end of the show. So I appreciate everybody that came on through, that hear me ramble on about this hot garbage of a movie that it's now a cult classic. It's become a little bit of uh, it's a hot garbage one that's kind of near and dear to my heart as my youth, as my Gen X youth of seeing this movie and Dolph Lundgren playing a Eastern European He-Man. And this movie, see Drago and Tom Paris and Monica from Friends save the world. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. That's
All
what
that
happened in
happened.
this movie.
All that happened.
All that happened and more. I would recommend you not watching it. Um I mean, unless you're a sodomist and you just like, hey, you like torturing yourself. Hey, cool.
In which
We,
case, go right ahead.
in which
Knock
case, knock
yourself
yourself
out.
out. Knock yourself out. So we will be back later on tonight on the rule, not the rules. Then we're on the rules of Nerdquisition now. We're back later on tonight on the Villain's View. I don't know what we're going to be talking about. We'll be talking about something. we'll figure out then, and you'll figure it out then too. So
Let's say I don't
coming up
think we
next,
have. I don't think Thomas is going to be with us. We're going to have.
no, he's feeling a little bit under the weather. So I think Taz said something about Pastor Gia Troy coming back to with Pastor Gia coming back.
Yeah.
Um, I guess to talk about Heart to Heart, her show, what she does, kind of get a little bit more, kind of getting to know her, and stick around for that. Coming up next, we've got is Jeff coming on tonight with a Kennedy effect?
I believe so. I believe that was the message he just sent us. And,
Okay,
let
so
me check my messages. GCPR chat. We are scheduled to be live from 6 p.m. today. We will celebrate our 7th anniversary of the program.
all right,
Yay! 7th
so
anniversary for
seventh
Jeff
anniversary
and
for the Kennedy effect. It'll
Kennedy
be at
effect.
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, so tune in for that.
So tune in for that. And ending out the night is Conversations with T. Nathan. And starting out bright and early Monday morning is Misunderstandings and Furniture Moving on the Sound of Coffee with Thomas Bishop. So till then, we will see you all next week. I don't know if we're talking bad movie or a good TV show. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll
We'll
figure
figure it
something
out.
out.
We'll figure something out, and we will deliver it to you because that's what we do. Because we're grown and we're adults, and we can do that. So take care, everyone. We'll see you next week.